Thank you so much, sir. I think all very, very valid points. Um, we do have a research affiliate program that we just started, we're piloting with about 8 colleges. So where it's a multifaceted engagement around research. The college, faculty, and 100 students. So we're doing in 3 areas right now. We're doing in cybersecurity, speech and NLP, and IoT and smart cities. And we hope to scale that. The idea is to get a research culture in those colleges. And I'll talk to you some other time, sir. That's an experiment, and we'll definitely take on that idea and do more, sir. We're also doing a water COE as part of the Smart City Living Lab, which Anuradha heads. She's sitting here from the industry. We're doing a water COE for the Hyderabad Water Supply Board. They want this to be like the CTO office for the water supply board. So we're experimenting with this model, sir. We'll definitely expand on it. Thank you so much, sir, for the suggestions. I also would like to recognize Shanta, who's just joined us as the state's Chief Innovation Officer. She's here. And one doyen of the industry, Ramnathan, who used to head Barn and later Cordis, is also here today. And Ram doesn't come out much, so Ram's here. Thank you so much. So with that, we move to the kind of grand finale. We are here to celebrate those 6 companies that were here along with the government, amazing set of officers in the government at the time. Any one of them is kind of good to have around, and there were 5, 6 of them at the time that all came together and to kind of set up this institution. And the 6 corporate founding partners had a very, very important role. When we started trying to catalog what all happened at the time, both Archandra Shekhar sir and Randeep Sudan sir talked about how McKinsey had a role. We didn't know about this. McKinsey had a role when they were advising the government on the vision, how to kind of develop the whole industry. They had a role in planting this idea, and of course all the visits to different universities, MIT and such, that the CM and the others had done also influenced the decision. And we were told Pramod Sinha, who was the first dean of ISB, was leading that effort for the government, and he had a role also in kind of defining the structure for IIIT Hyderabad, so which was a very interesting thing to know. And he was the first dean of ISB. Well, like we always say, we are very, very 2 extremely friendly institutions. Ajit sir is on our board now, the earlier dean of ISB, but we don't collaborate much actively, meaning on the ground, but we are very, very friendly institutions. But it was nice to know that the first dean of ISB actually had a role in kind of defining the structure of IIIT. So with that, we'll get to the felicitation phase, sir. So we're going to invite the 6 companies. We had few leaders from that time who we managed to kind of locate and invite, and they obliged and indulged us. They're here today. And of course, leaders of the organizations today. We're getting so then and now. So we'll just invite them. We're just going to give a small souvenir that just recognizes the appreciation that we have for them, and we'll just take a picture. So that's what we're going to do next, sir. We also got, we put together kind of, we'll just share this electronic copy. So we put together, kind of try to catalog. Again, this is so hard to get this information again, and we managed to get hold of at least 15 people that were involved at the time, including Srinigaru. And we managed, so we just tried to put together a story on how it happened. We'll share this with all as a PDF, but this is something that's come together. We're giving it to the 6 companies also, apart from a souvenir. So in no particular order, we're just going to invite them, sir. So please excuse me if I have missed some. We've tried the best we can to locate all the, and in the last minute, we've had some people join us. But I would request the leaders of the companies to invite anybody else from their organization that are here. We have few names that we could uncover and put on the slides, but please invite others as we just take the picture and then the souvenir that we would like to give. So first, we would like to get Microsoft. So we had, at that time, Srini Koppolos involved. We got few more people. So Srini is in the US, so he couldn't join. So we got few more names from the Microsoft Asia business side. And I think Randeep sir had a very interesting anecdote when we were talking to him. They met with IBM, and this comes for IBM, but they met IBM in Singapore. And then pitched the whole idea of the Hyderabad city and like the IT industry, setting up a IBM school here, which is one of the schools to come up here. IBM started, he told us, I didn't know this, I don't know if anybody else knows. IBM started in Hyderabad with that school that they set up here, and then grew out of it. So I didn't know about it. I thought along with their center, they had set it up. They started this, and then the Hyderabad operations grew out of that. And so within a few months, and IBM did not have any presence in Hyderabad at the time. So he said there was somebody who visited with a visiting card, and the card said like sales manager AP. So he was very impressed. He thought like, in 3 months, they've set up an AP sales office. It turns out it was sales manager Asia Pac. And, but anyway, so very interesting stories from those time. Some of it is cataloged in this. So would request the Microsoft current leadership. Rajiv, who heads the IDC, could not join, but we have the current leadership. Srikanth is here from the sales side. Arina Ghosh could not join because they have a sales conference. Request Srikanth, wherever he is. Yes, Srikanth is here. And we have Subodh. Subodh is here. And Subodh represents IDC and Srikanth represents the India sales operation. Sriram Rajamani, who heads the MSR Microsoft Research, also could not join due to other commitments. So we'll just... Yes, Srikanth, please come up. Subodh, please, in the middle. Srikanth, come. You should be in the middle. Please come. Yes, please come. He's also an admin faculty for a long time, sir. So, but please hold it. Thank you so much. We'll get it sent. It's too heavy. We'll get it sent to. We only know the IDC address. We'll send it to Raju's office. Yes, please. And needless to say, Microsoft is still very, very engaged, and we're also very happy that Rajiv and Sundar, two of the senior most leaders in the Microsoft IDC here, are also our parents. Their kids went to school here. So, of course, already the relationship is very strong, and it's also a little warm now because their kids graduated from here. Same with Sashi. Sashi's kids graduated from here. So, there's apart from the relationship we have as company and institute, we also have very warm dynamics. So, next, sir, I thought you said something. So next, IBM. So Anuradha is here. IBM heads India's head of, Hyderabad's head. Anuradha, please come. Amit Singh came from Bangalore. Amit, please. Anuradha, please. And we had people who were there at that time. We could locate a few names who were involved. And we spoke to one also. He's in Singapore, so he tried to join, but he couldn't come. And one is in Delhi. They tried to come, but at least we managed to get Amit's travel from Bangalore, and Anuradha is here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, please, Raghav. So Oracle, again, is a company we had a fantastic relationship, almost 10, 12 years, a very active relationship. And once Murli moved out, it kind of, we just didn't have a connect with the next leadership. So it is there, they hire from us, but we don't have much beyond hiring. But for the first 12 years or so, we had a phenomenal relationship, apart from the school that was set up here, and then much beyond that. So request, Murli is here today. Shekhar Das Gupta is in the US, so Shekhar is not here. Request Murli to come up, representing the then. And then now we have Rajshekhar and Prakash that are here. And also we have, Rajshekhar and Bhaskar from then. Bhaskar was there those days. Murli and Bhaskar were involved. So like most of the large corporations, please, most of the large corporations, they have the India Development Center side and the India business side. So there are two sets of leadership, and both were involved at that time. So please. Murli also is a parent, yes. Murli's kid was here. Krishna, please. Please. So in the middle. Just if you can give us a name who to send it to, we'll figure it out. We'll send it maybe to Rajshekhar. Yes. So next we have Satyam, which is now Tech Mahindra. And like Satyam is also a very fond, for us, it's a very fond relationship because that also gave us, not only the Satyam school, also gave us Srini Raju. Right, like they say, mere paas maa hai, right? So we have Srini with us. Srini's heart is with us, and a lot of things he does with heart. So Satyam School, Srini was involved those days. Today, Mr. Gurnani could not join, but we have Rajesh Dudu here. Rajesh and Srini sir, please today, for this one you should receive it.
I'd like to have Balaji.
Balaji, yes, I'm sorry, yes. Balaji, please join us.
Call any
Any
old
other,
Satyamites.
any old Satyamites in the room? I'm sure they've gone to different industry. Any old Satyamites, please join us. Please feel free. I think like Satyam did a lot to the city. I think a lot of the foundations of the IT industry in the city comes from Satyam. So any Satyamites, please join us on the stage. Balaji was in charge of school, yes, yes, yes. We had a call with him. Please, please come us, please. Oh, I didn't know you were also in Satyam. Actually, you told me. I forgot. Please, please, please. Krishna, I didn't know you were in Satyam also. Yeah. Venu, come. Please come, come, come. Needless to say, many of them we work with today. There are at least 7 different companies on the stage, all of whom we work with. And almost none of them I knew had Satyam foundations. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think, like I said, Satyam fraternity is spread all over the IT industry in the city. I'm sure in any gathering like this, you will find 10, 20% of the people that are probably had their first job or very early career, early days in Satyam. So, and the last and also probably one of the more important ones, because other 6 were multinational companies, and Satyam was already kind of pan-national from the city. Metamor was a company that started in the city. And so Metamor also has J. Garu, J. Chaudhary was the director of STPI those days and was part of the whole dream team that did this foundations and getting all the IT industry into the city. Cyber towers filled up. Like I say, very few people know that 60-70% of cyber towers in 98 was filled with product companies. Like the foundation of this industry is not in services. In IT industry in Hyderabad has a very strong product foundation. And that's the reason we have Microsoft, Amazon, many companies. The largest centers outside of the home office is in Hyderabad. And not many know why. They think it's just there. It is there because there's a very strong product foundation in the city. And a lot of it is done by that dream team that was there, all the IS officers and J. Garu. Sir, please, J. Garu. There's Ramesh Rathi here from that time. There's Brigadier Hari Kumar, who's there from that time. And the company has since been acquired by Keen, and Keen was acquired by NTT Data. So we have Vijayan, like Senior Vice President in NTT Data here representing the today. So Vijayan, please come. And the plaque, of course, goes to the today's owner of the company, right? So. So Metamor is now with NTT Data. And Vision represents NTT Data. I know, like these are all the doyens of the IT industry in the city. We'll get it sent to you. Thank you, sir. We'll try to do that. Good suggestion. We'll try to do that to everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So, like I said, no particular order. The last company on the list is Motorola. And so we've recognized Google as the last known owner. We've forgotten what happened after that. So, and so we have Sushanto, who was heading Motorola in Hyderabad for a long time, up until 2012. And so Sushanto is here. And Google, we have Arijit. Arijit Sarkar is a senior leader in Google and like kind of the site leader for Hyderabad. So Sushanto, please, and Arijit. So yeah, anybody from Motorola who's now with Qualcomm, anybody else, if they're in the room, please join. send it to you only. Okay, we can send it to Sushant also. Yes. So thank you so much. So I think we didn't know how else to express our gratitude to the 6 companies that had the schools here. Microsoft instituted a chair professorship at that time, and other 5 companies had a school. All the 6, there was a corpus that was created. There were only funds in the bank on the day 1 of the institute, and because government's vision at the time was if funds are given, it becomes a government institute. So there can be support in all forms. Ajay sir, they gave Ajay sir all the 6 or 7 senior administrative officers at the time, and Ajay sir ran the institute. So it's all in-kind support, but there's no cash given. And so the corpus was only cash in the bank on day 1, and the fees was used to run the operations. And then there's schools here. They gave us some of the faculty. I mean, one of our most adored faculty, Professor Govindrajulu, came through the IBM school, and people from anybody from NIT Warangal will know him. He's extremely popular there, and then through the IBM school joined us. He was extremely popular here. I mean, when we were doing the alumni kind of in different cities, doing the alumni meetups, when we asked which faculty do you want, every city, one of the faculty they asked for was Professor Govindrajulu. Every city. And then each one had their own other set of faculty, but Professor Govindrajulu was in the list in every single city. Extremely popular faculty, and IBM school gave us that faculty. He is no more. He passed away last year, but he had a fantastic 22 years here, 22, 23 years with us right from the beginning when the IBM school was set up. And we had a few other faculty that came through the schools, and the schools did their own knowledge activities, training activities, but we also got some faculty from the school. That was the vision. They do their own stuff, but in the process, help the institutes. So thank you so much to all the 6 companies, and we appeal to all the others here. I mean, we would like that model to be replicated. Of course, we are thinking of ways to kind of change it, keeping in times with keeping up with current times and current kind of expectations and such. But we would like support. I think those were deep and long relationships. Now we have Qualcomm is one company. We have a very long, deep relationship. Intel is a company. It's a very long, multifaceted, deep relationship. TCS. And that building, Kohli Block is funded by TCS. The research group is moving onto campus. The whole of TCS research is moving to the campus. Over the years, they've funded, apart from funding the Kohli Block and AI research, they've funded many research projects. So Qualcomm, Intel, and TCS are 3 companies. We have a very, very deep relationship. Silicon Labs, Venkatesh is here, who's himself an entrepreneur and now the CTO of Silicon Labs India. Silicon Labs is doing some very good work and is looking at setting up a longer-term lab and such. We have a few other companies, conversations on. So we'd love to see more, I think we can co-create as the industry is moving up the value chain. Jayesh talked about it. We're moving up innovation, kind of, it's no longer the back office for the clients or the home offices, wherever they may be. We are actively getting into the front lines of strategy and new technology, innovations and such. And I think IIIT, IIT, these are 2 institutions that can be a very, very kind of close partner. We would love to work with everybody. Love to continue this conversation and see how and what can we do together going forward. By supporting any of the research activities, you're supporting the institution. And of course, if you want to fund a building, most welcome. There are enough buildings waiting to be built, and that's most welcome. But a research center, research lab, research-based long-term collaboration is a model that's a win-win also. And so we love to keep this conversation going. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thanks to Jayesh sir, Professor Rajreddy, Srinigaru, and Beviar sir, Ajay sir, and others that are here. And thanks to everybody. All of you have very, very busy kind of work life, and today is a work day. It is still kind of working hours somewhere in the world that you have your kind of peers in. And so thank you for taking the time and joining us. Like I said, this is the largest gathering, second largest probably, or equally large gathering that I have seen of industry leaders. Like I said, 14 June end was the 2014 June end, when Minister had an interaction, was the first time I've seen such a large gathering, and second time. So thank you so much that this gathering happened on account of IIIT, and looking forward to keeping the conversations going. So we have a research showcase set up at the dinner. We'll just go out and just go right to the Kohli Block. We have a showcase and dinner set up there. Please interact. A lot of our faculty, like many of our faculty are in the room. They will all be there also. Just go to the demonstrations. We have about 15 research demos we have curated, and about 10 startups that are either from research, 5, 6 of them are from research, other 4 or 5 are those that work actively with research. About 10 startups we have curated. Just walk around, pick up some snacks, there's dinner, and just conversations. If this group doesn't get to meet too often, I'm sure you may want to talk to others that are here today and also talk to our faculty. So thank you so much. So let's just proceed to the networking. And thanks to one and all. Thanks to our, a large team has put this together. Our R&D office, the outreach office, CIE, and many others, our iHub data, the Applied AI Center, they're all involved. And thanks to the whole team for putting this together. Let's all please move to the Kohli Research Block for the showcase and dinner.